The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Here goes the last DJ.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. It is Friday, June 18th. I have the wrong date listed on my little card there. June 18th, we are your daily dose of laughs and levity in this crazy, crazy world. I'm joined by my co-host, the Savage One, Mr. Tony Spark. Tony, how you doing this morning?
It's Friday, man. Sick of these overnights, but it's just week one. But it's great, man. It's good to be here on a Friday. Looking forward to the weekend, even though I only have one day off during the weekend. I have Sunday. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then
that's what happens
stretch.
when you take a vacation day, travel to Nebraska, and they have you make it up on the other end, right?
No, it's just you don't get weekends off. You have Monday off from work and then Sunday. So that's my weekend. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, folks, let's go ahead and kick things off the way we do each and every day with a question for my co-host. Tony, I don't know if you're like me, driving through a parking lot, seeing a car that is poorly parked or even worse, parked across lines. Do you get a fit of internal rage in you that fires up when you see that?
No, I just think, what an idiot. Learn how to park, jackass. That's about the extent of my anger with it. But it's amazing how bad people park, though. And they are just awful. So fit of rage, no, but you're a moron, yes.
And it's one thing if it's a big open parking lot that really nobody's in, sure enough. Yeah, take as much space as you want. But if it is a super busy, crowded parking lot and somebody pulls in and, they're well over the line, not allowing somebody to park next to them, that just fires me up.
Yeah. It grinds your gears.
It grinds my gears. All that goes to say that mud spreaders got their revenge on a badly parked van, coating it in slurry. The transit van was left across a farmyard entrance while the driver went for a pint. It blocked a 20-ton tanker, and the spreaders contacted the local boozer in a bid to track him down. But when he failed to show, they emptied their load all over it. The farmer, who did not want to be named, said, "We have had a lot of problems with parking. On this occasion, it was pretty obstructive. The entry is only about 10 feet wide, and the slurry tankers couldn't turn in." Apparently, the lads doing the spreading contacted the pub and warned them, but the van owner later claimed it didn't recognize his own registration number when they called it out. However, it all ended amicably with the farmer in Wigston Lakes, obviously this is the UK, adding, "He didn't realize he was blocking the entrance to the field. He came back to find his van covered. He admitted he was totally in the wrong." They hosed his van down and everyone had a laugh. Then they went back to the pub and he put money behind the bar and bought the lads a drink. So it turned out well, but I will post this on our Facebook page that this van is covered. Thank God that it wasn't a manure company because, it would be shades of Back to the Future for sure.
Yeah. Manure! I hate manure! Why is it always manure?
Yeah, but it goes to show that, if you're parking, just be mindful. And, if you get out of your car and realize, I kind of did a shitty job parking, take 30 seconds, get back in your car, repark, make everybody happy. You'll avoid things like this. You'll avoid door dings and you'll avoid nasty notes as well.
Nasty.
Well, folks, you know what? It is Friday, and, to round out the week, we've got another wonderful show lined up for you today. Let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Yeah.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
We're looking forward to the weekend, but not before we bring you guys good news, everyone.
Good news.
Called Say What? Music Lyrics Edition. And we round out the day with This Day in History. Folks, do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Behold my precious. Ooh, yeah, let me tell you something right here. It's the Loot Crate subscription box, yeah, full of exclusive loot, fun surprises delivered to your door every month.
Just pick up your favorite geeky genre, Daddy.
From the original Loot Crate, the Loot Crate DX collectible boxes, dude! Cowabunga!
To the Loot Gaming video game box.
Woohoo! Yee-hoo!
Box. What's with kids today, huh?
Wowzers! With crits starting as low as $11.99 per month, there's a box just about for all collectors.
To get your geek on, head over to phoenixmedia.us/Loot Crate and claim your exclusive offer. That's FENIXmedia.us/Loot Crate. Great Scott!
Snap into a Loot Crate, dig it?
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting's hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother! We can do this together!
All right, let's go. Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What? Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't? Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this!
You will rock this! To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show on a Friday, June 18th. Now, we've got a little thing we talk about each show. It is the Fenix Line, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week voicemail line, giving you guys the opportunity to chime in on anything whatsoever. Maybe you coated a car in manure, or you took out your rage on somebody who parked badly. We want to hear about it. Give us a call at 855-FENIX-RADIO. That's 855-FENIX-RADIO or 855-336-4973. All we ask is that you keep it entertaining. We'll compile those together, put them out in a future show.
You've got mail.
Now, it is Friday, and as we like to do on Fridays, there's so much bad news out there, hate, vitriol, divisiveness. We like to turn the tables a little bit with the segment I like to call
Good News, everyone!
So I'll go ahead and kick things off with this story. When a woman marries, she's generally showered with gifts, but one big-hearted bride recently decided it was better to give than to receive. In fact, she gave the biggest gift of all, the gift of life. Just 2 days after she'd taken her vows, Debbie Neal Strickland of Florida swapped her wedding dress for a hospital gown in order to donate a desperately needed kidney. The lucky recipient, her brand new husband's former wife. Debbie and Jim Strickland have been a devoted couple for a decade. Throughout their courtship, Jim maintained a cordial relationship with his ex, Malayan Mirth. Boy, that's a hard one to say. Raising their 2 kids amicably, and while Debbie and Malayan weren't particularly close, they got along fine. And that's likely how the relationship would have remained until fate dictated otherwise. Malayan, who'd long suffered from kidney disease, took a turn for the worse at just about the same time she'd learned her daughter was pregnant with her first grandchild. Her kidneys were functioning at just 8% of normal capacity. Without a transplant, her odds of survival decreased every day. The hunt for a donor match was on. Malayan's brother wasn't a viable candidate, but miraculously, Debbie was. For Debbie, the thought of a child growing up not knowing its grandmother, of a daughter dealing with grief when she should be concentrating on the joys of a new motherhood, wasn't something she was willing to let happen if she could do anything to stop it. Having lost a brother to cystic fibrosis while waiting for a lung transplant, she knew time was of the essence. With a green light on the tissue sample and blood tests, Debbie willingly scheduled the life-saving surgery for just 48 hours after her nuptials. It was the most amazing day of my life until 2 days later. That was also the most amazing day of my life, Debbie told Fox News. Since the successful procedure, Malayan and Debbie have bonded and now refer to one another as kidney sisters. Malayan is watching her new grandson Jackson grow up from the home she currently shares with her daughter and son-in-law, even as Debbie and Jim's family of 6 foster children and grandchildren has expanded to include Malayan and her brood in its loving experience. And all thanks to a gesture from the heart. This is what the world is about, family. We need to stick together, Malayan told Fox. She saved my life. Very sweet story of people, giving back to one another. I will post this on our Facebook page. Oddly enough, the new wife and the old wife look almost like identical sisters, which is kind of creepy. But regardless, that is my
Good News, everyone.
That is a good news. And it's funny is sometimes people's exes, sometimes they look similar. Like when they date someone new, they look very similar to kind of their ex a bit. It's weird. It doesn't always happen, but they've got to, I've been told,
sure.
Yeah, there's a type for sure. That's what I was looking for. Good word. So on this one, we're going to stay here in Colorado, and the person's from Fort Collins, and they made national news. So it's good.
Neighbor, Tone.
Yeah, we're friends. A Colorado woman spent 23 days picking up 126 bags of trash across the country. Having over a month off from her job at a campus recreation center, 24-year-old Stephanie Shamrowicks. I don't know, it's a tough name. So we're going to say Shamrow. Decided to take a trip to help clean up the environment. She's driven over 70 hours through Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York, cleaning up everything from pee-filled bottles to lawn ornaments. About 80% is drinking bottles. About 80% is drinking bottles, and face masks have been pretty common, said the Fort Collins local. I found a few fast food toys and a tire with a pair of cowboy boots in it. Stephanie said her aim isn't to shame, but rather to encourage people to do what they can. When I post, it's never, this is disgusting or, oh, we are awful. It's, hey, I'm cleaning up the city and keeping a positive light on it. I'm not going to be able to pick up everything, but if everyone starts picking up some on walks or runs, that's where the magic is. Collecting anywhere from 1 to 16 bags at a time, Stephanie's been discouraged when she felt she wasn't doing enough. There was a place that had an ocean of trash, and I pushed out 4 bags, but then I broke down because I realized how much there was, and it felt like 4 bags didn't do anything. But she remembers to just do what she can, especially since she surpassed her goal. My monumental day was bag 100 in Ohio on day 16. I dedicated that to my parents because they raised me to be this independent person and have been very supportive on this trip. People donate $10 a bag for Stephanie to clean up in their name, which she uses for lodging and gas. The person's name is written on how many bags they've donated towards, and Stephanie posts a picture on her Instagram when they are filled, thanking them for helping clean up the city that she's in. People online and in person have responded positively to the project. I've had people send me pictures of bags of trash they picked up, Stephanie said. I was walking on a beach in Florida and I started doing a bag. Then these 2 ladies saw me and nonchalantly started helping me fill the bag. When her job resumed June 1st, Stephanie is now back home, but says she has so many good things to say about her unique U.S. road trip. There's litter everywhere, so I'm just happy to be able to make a little bit of an impact everywhere I go. I've been to 23 national parks in the U.S., so me cleaning up this litter is huge. Thank you, and filled with all joy and good times national parks and nature in general has brought to my life. So, really awesome that she just went across, started picking up trash and posting it on Instagram. I mean, if you're going to go on a little road trip, I guess that's a really cool way to do it. And there really is, unfortunately, a lot of litter and a lot of trash. And, even with her just doing that, I mean, that's amazing. Over 100 bags of trash, and that's still not even a dent of, if you look at bigger metro cities, a lot of garbage, man, a lot of garbage.
Yeah. And I've been amazed over the last year how many parking lots I've walked through where there's just face masks strewn about everywhere. And people just don't care. They just pull them off. They fall. They don't bother picking them up, throwing them away. Just take a little bit of time to pick up after yourself. When the world goes to shit and there aren't street sweepers and garbage men, it's going to pile up really quick.
Oh, exactly. Well, and that's the thing. People are lazy. I mean, at work, you got people that just ditch diapers and whatever in baskets. It's like, just throw it away in the trash. Jeez.
Right. Take an extra 10 seconds.
Not hard. Not hard.
Well,
for some, I guess it is hard, but.
Yeah. Well, this lady's doing a great job and certainly makes sense why that's your.
Good news, everyone.
And from Fort Collins. Woo-hoo.
Exactly. A little local connection there. And we've got enough time for one more, so I'll go ahead and give you guys this story. A pregnant mom is being hailed as a hero after saving 4 kids from drowning. 27-year-old Alyssa DeWitt decided to take her kids to First Street Beach Pier at Lake Michigan on Tuesday afternoon. I almost didn't. I sat in the van for about 5 minutes thinking the wind was really strong, and I didn't really know if it was a good idea, said the stay-at-home mom from Manistee, Michigan. On the beach, she noticed a group of girls, all under 15, going into the water and became concerned for their safety. I happened to look up and saw one of the girls waving her arms towards me and immediately knew something was wrong, she said. I got up, pulled my kids out of the water, and ran out onto the pier. She called 911, but she says, I didn't know if they could hear me, and I didn't have time to wait to find out. No one else was on the beach. She was the only one who could help. Alyssa laid on her stomach despite being 5 months pregnant and began trying to pull the girls over the rocky and slippery pier. Every time I'd get one of them halfway up, a big wave would come smashing into us and knock them back down or almost pull me over, she said. My turning point was when one of the little girls looked up at me and said, I'm going to die. That was it for me. And I was like, I'm not going to let you die. I'm going to get you out of this water, I promise. She managed to pull all 3 girls out of the water and over the pier before the group set back towards the shore to rescue a 4th girl who had managed to get closer to shore, but she couldn't stand because her leg was injured. I honestly do not know how I did it. It was pure adrenaline at that point, Alyssa said. Right after I got everybody onto the beach, the ambulance and police cars came flying into the parking lot. Alyssa sustained a swollen wrist, but she and the baby were both fine when she went to the hospital to get checked out. She said another hero of the day is her 6-year-old daughter, who managed to keep her 2-year-old brother safe during the ordeal. Between me screaming into the phone that I needed help and me screaming to the kids what I needed them to do to get them out, I was also turning around and screaming to my son not to come because it wasn't safe, she said. He was very scared and repeatedly tried to run to me on the pier. My daughter would pick him up and take him back to the sand, And she was so calm. I'm extremely proud of her. She did a great job. This superhero mom did extremely well, too. You know, it's nice to see that people put their own safety and well-being aside in cases like this where, you know, for the most part, you know, she could do something. You know, she didn't jump out into the water. She didn't put herself at risk to, you know, essentially try to save these girls, more so than leaning over, picking him up, doing what she can. And the fact that she was pregnant the whole time, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, yikes.
Yeah.
You know,
super mom for sure.
Super mom. She's a super friend.
But needless to say that, you know, that is capping off a trio of...
Good news, everyone.
Well, folks, we are finished with this segment. When we come back, we've got a segment called Say What? Music lyric edition.
Say what? I got a feeling that's the soundbite.
I have a feeling too. Folks, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter, Brooklyn, was also a motivation for me to go back to school. Every day after work, went straight to school, and it paid off.
At age 26, Kareem finished his high school diploma.
I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Dear John, I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to when you checked on me? I don't want to leave, but remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart and don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range today. For help keeping yours at a healthy range, text PRESSURE to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to sell all your belongings and live in a commune.
These dungarees belong to all of us now, Tom.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman!
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. Indeed. This is the Kristian Fenix Radio Show, and we are all over social media with many of you watching us as we speak on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Now, if you want to enjoy us from the comfort of your own home or on the go, download the ngbn.tv application on your smart TV or your mobile device. Seek out the Fenix Media channel, and then you can watch this great show and other great Fenix Media shows as well. If you want to get a hold of me on social, I'm available at facebook.com/Kristian Fenix Radio. That's Christian with a K, Phoenix with an F, radio, of course, with an R. On Twitter and Instagram at Fenix Media Radio. Tony's available at facebook.com/Tony Spark. That's SPARK 81. Or on Instagram at Tony.Sanfilippo81. Now in this... Exactly. Now in this segment that I've titled Say What? Music Lyric Edition, actually came from an idea that you sent me, Tony, the other day about music lyrics that you didn't quite realize what they were until you gave them a second listen. Do you want to share with folks what your example was?
Yeah, like when I was with my friends over the weekend and we were having pina coladas and we listened to the Pina Colada song
from Jimmy.
That song's about cheating. That's literally, they take an ad out in the newspaper. He's burned out on his marriage and he wants to have an adventure. So he puts out an ad saying, do you like pina coladas? And of course the lyrics, the way it breaks down. And then the girl there's a girl that put an ad out that said the same thing. But at the end, it turns out it's the husband and the wife, and they end up meeting. So less than 24 hours after on board with this marriage, they put out this ad in the newspaper, and then they meet up, and turns out they both like pina coladas, and they both love to make love in the rain, but they're cheaters. Like, they're sick of each other, but yet they found each other. It's not very redeeming, but had no idea that's what it was about. No idea.
And see, I've known that for a while, but, it's one of those things where, in the end, they end up meeting up with each other. But the fact of the matter is, they're cheating cheaters who cheat.
Yeah. They're not a happy couple.
Not at all.
They just happen to like pina coladas and they love to bang in the rain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be exploring today is music lyrics that have maybe a hidden meaning or you didn't quite realize what they were talking about upon second listening with a segment that I call, as I mentioned, Say What? All right. The first one is from the movie Frozen. It's the song Love is an Open Door. And user Tapdog submitted this, said, once it's revealed that Hans is the villain, you realize that he was singing about the opportunity for a power grab, not for a happy romance to end his loneliness. And if you think about it, that is what it's talking about. It's not the prince saves the princess type story. He's looking for an open door to conquer.
I'm opening the door and I'm gonna rule because you suck and I freaking rule.
All right, moving on with Say What? Music Lyric Edition. Tony, the next song from submitted by user Amy B49DE. The song is Cotton Eye Joe by the Rednecks. If you had to guess at what that song was about, what would you guess?
It's about an old man with missing teeth. His name's Joe, and he's got cotton eyes. He's like, hey, man, I got a little cotton, man. I got cotton milk, man. I know it's not about that, though.
Oh, I wish it was that tame. Apparently, Cotton Eye Joe is about an STI. Now that I know that, the song makes perfect sense. So, gross.
Yeah, yes. Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Ooh, yeah. Go back and listen to that one now. And
well, they have an old man dancing in overalls in the video.
Yeah.
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I never liked that song, even when it was popular.
Gives me chills.
Hated it then.
Let's keep moving on with Say What? Music Lyric Edition. One of my least favorite performers, but got included on the list. Included from user Holly R47D. Apparently the song Homecoming by Kanye West says, like 8 years after it came out, I figured out it was about Chicago and not about a girl. Apparently he's singing about a town as if it were a girl, not a girl. Nothing overly facetious or odd about it. Just, it happened to translate town to girl.
Oh, Oh, I think I have a clip of that song here. I don't, so never mind. I was looking. Oh, there it is. Here's "Homecoming" by Kanye.
Okay.
Good.
Sounds about
good
right.
Song. Yeah, good song.
Let's keep rolling on with
Say what?
Music Lyric Edition. Tony, have you had a chance to check out Hamilton, the Broadway musical, on Disney Plus yet?
No, I have no desire to watch it. I hear good things about it, but I have no interest.
I was kind of the same way. Had the boys out last summer, I want to say, and they were interested, so we watched it. It's long. We cut it up into 2 segments and watched it that way. Turned out being better than I expected, but apparently the song lyric submitted from Mermaid 04 says, "We fought with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I loved him." From Hamilton. They said, "It took me several months after initially watching Hamilton to recognize the double meanings here. Hercules, Mulligan, and Lafayette fought beside Hamilton, and Madison and Jefferson, the same actors in Act 2, fought against him. Lawrence died for a cause Hamilton supported, and Philip died defending his honor. Eliza and Angelica were in love with him. Peggy loved him as a brother, and Maria was in love with him." So if you can untangle that whole love triangle thing, it's basically exactly that, a love triangle that played out probably more dramatically through the play than how it occurred in real life.
Yep, still no interest in watching that. Good to know, though. Good to know.
After that whole explanation, you don't want to see it?
Nope, it's kind of like In the Heights. Have no desire to ever watch that. Nope.
Me neither. Let's keep rolling on. Say what? Music Lyric Edition. All right, this from user Mstina11. Are you familiar with the Britney Spears song "If You Seek Amy"?
Actually, no. I'm familiar with some.
It's Britney, bitch.
But not that one.
It's Britney, bitch.
Me neither. But apparently, this person says, "My best friend and I were too young to understand it. They thought she was looking for Amy because they hate each other and she wanted to fight her. I thought Amy was her sexy alter ego and that she wanted someone to bring out. I listened to the song again as a teenager and just laughed and laughed once. I understood what she was very obviously spelling." I don't know what she's spelling.
I don't know. She didn't obviously get along with her.
It's Britney, bitch.
Yeah. And, people, when you submit these things, go ahead and spell it out. We don't want to have to listen to the whole song to try and figure out what you're
Yeah. What did she say? Oh, I know what she's saying.
I like turtles.
Yeah, it's what she was saying.
Nailed it.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Say what? Music Lyric Edition. This submitted from Holly Smith 3.
Holly!
It's your love tone. She said, Abigail gave everything she had to a boy who changed his mind, from the song 15 by Taylor Swift. I never knew this was about Abigail losing her virginity to a boy who didn't care until a couple years ago. When I first realized it, I cried even harder to the song than I already did. If a Taylor Swift song is making you cry, maybe move on.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't know the 15 one. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I've heard that one.
When it comes to Taylor Swift, other than the fact she looks just like Napoleon Dynamite.
Gosh, give me some thoughts.
Oh, with that, let's keep rolling on with Say What? Music Lyric Edition, submitted by NJB99. The song is Who Knew by Pink. I'm familiar with some of her music. The song is about her friend dying of a drug overdose, but all this time I thought it was about a failing relationship and breaking up. Boy, was I wrong. Lyrics like, if someone said 3 years from now, you'd be long gone, makes it feel a little bit different now. Yeah. Not breaking up from a date, it is the ultimate long gone.
Yep. You're coming back. We're going to reunite in 5 years. It's going to be great.
Oh, moving on. This one. Say what? Music Lyric Edition. Have you ever heard of the band Tiny Meat Gang?
Nope.
Me neither. Apparently the lyric is, call me Thor, cause she want my effing hammer, Loki, from Broke Bitch by Tiny Meat Gang. Again, that lyric is, call me Thor, cause she want my effing hammer, Loki. Makes sense for obviously the Disney Plus series, but
yeah.
Stargirl64 says, I missed it the first time I heard it, but now it's the line I shout out when I hear it. Okay. All right. I'll probably never, ever, ever hear that song again. Or
never
to begin with.
Never heard of it. Didn't sound like something I'd want to listen to. Well, beep, beep. Somebody came rolling by and honked the horn. Deet, deet. They obviously sound effects. They want their own effing hammer out there. Loki.
Exactly. Let's keep rolling on.
Say what?
Music Lyric Edition. Here's a song I know you're familiar with. The song is Slide by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
And the user Damian Thomas 15 says, it's actually about a teenage girl in a strict Catholic environment who is pregnant. She and her boyfriend are debating abortion or marriage. Boy, that's some heavy lyrics, especially when you're listening to 90s nostalgia night at the local pub.
Wow. Did not know that's what that was about. I always thought, I didn't really know what Slide was about. I
didn't either.
It was like an upbeat 90s Goo Goo Dolls song, and just kind of thought they were sliding along. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The tone of the song doesn't necessarily reflect the content of the song. And like I said, a little heavier than I expected.
Isn't that the one where it says wanna run away and get married or something like that in there?
I think so. All right.
That was an upbeat song. Jeez Louise.
Finally here on
Say What?
Music Lyric Edition, a song I know you're familiar with. The song is Unchained by Van Halen.
Yes.
Submitted
Ironically enough, yesterday I wore a Van Halen shirt. Today it's Metallica. Yesterday it was Van Halen.
There you go. Submitted by Caesar4F9 says, hey man, that suit is you. Woo-wee. You'll get some leg tonight for sure. Tell us how you do. Hoo. Come on, Dave. Give me a break. And then the song's break comes in. Got me so good when I realized it. Again, explain what you were surprised by with the lyrics, because most Van Halen songs are about getting busy.
Yeah. Well, on that one, I think what he probably meant was that whole thing was ad-lib. That wasn't supposed to be in the song. They just kept it in there.
Well,
that was just Dave being a freestylist in the studio, and they liked the take, so they just kept it. They kept it in there. That's behind that lyric. But as far as get some leg tonight for sure, that's getting laid legit. Like you're dressed nice. You're ready to roll, man.
Exactly. Well, folks, that does it for this segment. When we come back, we're rounding out the week with This Day in History. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see, every moment can be kind of special. But they can be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments, it doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at fenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks, and we made it to the final segment, not only of the show, but the week as well. It's been a fun week of shows, but needless to say, if you missed a portion of this show or you want to go back and catch up on any of the previous shows, it's easy enough to do so. Head over to fenixmedia.us, click on the show's link, scroll on down to the Kristian Fenix radio show. From there, you can get video, you can get audio as well, or head over to wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor Breaker, TuneIn, iHeart, Doozer, Dozer, Geezer, Gozer.
Are you a god?
I am a god, you dull creature.
Okie dokie Loki.
No, Loki, he is a god of mischief, right?
Exactly, with glorious purpose. Well, folks, while you're there, be sure to subscribe. That way you always have the latest episode. Leave a review. Let us know what you think and tell your friends. Because why, Tony?
Sharing is caring. Like, subscribe, share it on your Insta, your Twitter, your Facebook, your Google, your everywhere you can.
Your TikTok, your
TikTok it. Yeah. Turtles? Did you say turtles?
I said chortle.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Well, folks, as we like to do at the end of each show, drop a little knowledge on you, hopefully make you laugh at the same time. It is time for This Day in History.
Traversing the globe for the stories that turn the world on its head. It's This Day in History with your correspondent on the beat,
Kristian Fenix.
Thanks, Siri. All right, kicking things off this day in 1155, Pope Adrian IV crowns Frederick I Barbarossa Roman German emperor. And I don't know about if you're looking at this picture, Tone. It looks like they kind of didn't finish his crown. It's just
They didn't. They just got the base helmet. It looks like the top of a penis. It's a penis helmet right there. And Barbossa, me Jack Sparrow, and my crown.
Moving on.
Barbossa accent, by the way.
This day in 1541, Irish Parliament selects Henry VIII of England as King of Ireland as well. Of course, famously chomping down on that turkey leg and beheading.
Turkey leg! Renaissance Festival 1985 when Loki and the TVA appeared. Why do you have red Solo cups? I have a turkey leg. You gotta watch Loki to get that one.
Exactly. Moving on, this day in 1682, the Quaker Oats guy, William Penn, founds Philadelphia, U.S. Doesn't he? He looks like
he looks just like the Quaker Oat guy, which reminded me of an episode of Rugrats when Chucky Finster was the Quaker Oats guy. I can't do it. He always sounds so nicely. Hi, Thomas. The Quaker Oats guy scares me.
Can't say I've seen that one.
Terrible Chucky Finster, man. Terrible.
All right, rolling on to this day in 1815. Don't get that prop ready because this is what... Let's try that again.
Let's do it.
Battle of Waterloo. Napoleon and France defeated by British forces under Wellington and Prussian troops under Blucher. We all know how Napoleon drowned his sorrows by heading over to Pharaoh's for that Piggly Wiggly trough.
Excellent!
Oh, man, that was fun.
Oh, that was a tough one to get through.
Man, it's hot as F up in this.
I know. I think the heat's getting to us.
It's hot. It's hot.
Moving on.
Damn.
This day in 1847, American photographer Thomas Martin Easterly takes the earliest known photograph of lightning using the daguerreotype process in St. Louis, Missouri.
Ride the lightning, shall we?
And I love if you look at this picture, it looks like somebody just scribbled on a piece of paper.
That's all it is. It's lightning. It's frightening. And it's so overly tightening.
Rolling on this day in 1873, the ghost from the library in Ghostbusters, also known as Susan B. Anthony, is fined $100, $2,200 by today's value, for voting for U.S. president in Rochester, New York. She refused to pay, and no further action was taken against her. It is.
This is the flipping ghost from Ghostbusters.
The funny thing is, you mentioned that before we started the segment, and I can't not see it now.
It's there. And then the part. Oh, it's hot as balls up in this bitch.
We're getting silly on this Friday morning.
It's hot.
Rolling on. This day in 1938, Babe Ruth is signed as a Dodgers coach for the rest of the season.
What?
I didn't know he was ever a coach. I mean, it sounds
I didn't know that either. And on the Dodgers, woof, they would have been the Brooklyn Dodgers, so it would have kept it still East Coast. But if you're going to play for the Dodgers or even coach for them, they are the Yankees of the West, which I'm jealous. Mike and Lacey are going, our friends the Yenders are going to a Dodger game next week.
Are they really?
Lacey, if you don't know about it, act surprised.
Yeah, and get a Dodger dog. They're delicious.
Dodger dog!
Rolling on this day in 1941, Joe Louis knocks out Billy Conn in 13 for the heavyweight boxing title.
Down goes Conn! Conn! 13 titles. It's hot.
I'm glad you went for the Star Trek Conn reference as well.
I tried because I think we've covered the Conn before.
Yep. Rolling on this day in 1967 is the closing day of the Monterey International Pop Festival in Southern California. First major U.S. appearances of Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, The Who, and Otis Redding. That would have been a hell of a festival to see.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the MIP Festival. MIP, featuring Jimi Hendrix and The Experience, Janis Joplin, The Who, and Otis Redding. MIP, 1967.
Otis Redding doesn't exactly fit that lineup, but
no, like he's all sitting there.
All right, let's keep moving on. This day in 1977, the Sex Pistols' Johnny Rotten and Paul Cook are beaten and robbed by a London pub. The way that's written is it sounds like the London pub beat them up, but I assume it was adjacent to.
Yeah. Oof, they don't sound very pistol-y if they got their butts kicked, huh?
Nope, it sounded
Where
like...
was Sid Vicious and all that?
Right. Sounds like a little anarchy in the UK there.
Yeah. Good pun.
Rolling on this day in 1980. 80? Boy.
80?
It's the end of the show.
It's what?
Let's see if I can pronounce this correctly.
Nope.
Indian human computer Shakuntala Devi sets a world record by mentally multiplying two random 13-digit numbers in 28 seconds. I won't even give the example of what she answered because it's too many damn.
0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 1.
Nailed it. This day in 1983, the 7th shuttle mission Challenger 2 launches Sally Ride as the first U.S. woman in space.
Sally Ride, Road to Space on a riding rocket.
Moving on, this day in 1991, Everything I Do It For You, single released by Bryan Adams, is the Billboard Song of the Year in 1991. And Tony, what movie was that associated with?
Robin Hood and the Prince of Thieves.
I got to tell you, rewatched that movie about a week ago. Totally holds up.
Good. What's funny is yesterday on the way to work, I was listening to, I think, just a classic rock station, and that song came on, and I was like, damn, I remember I used to really love that song.
Yep. That was one of those songs that
made me
was
think of a girl a couple doors down from my house.
There you go. It was way overplayed in its time. It went away, and now hearing it is kind of a nice little special treat.
It's a good song.
Yep. Moving on, this day in 1996, Ted Kaczynski is suspected of being the Unabomber, is indicted on 10 criminal counts. And obviously, in this picture, you can see why he wore the hood and the glasses, because he was interesting.
He looked like a guy that we covered on Florida Man yesterday that was just trying to go to Cuba driving 1.21 gigawatts, 88 miles per hour. Will get you to Cuba by smoking crack and wearing a hoodie. Oh, great Scott!
Speaking of getting up to 88 miles an hour or faster, this day in 2001, The Fast and the Furious film directed by Rob Cohen, starring Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, and Michelle Rodriguez premieres.
Ironically enough, today Fast 9 is out. So you got technically the 11th film in the franchise, but it's out today. So fitting.
Is it really?
I wonder, yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Interesting. Wait, I lied. Rewind. It comes out Friday. I'm just covering it for Jimmy's show this week.
Next Friday.
But it's out next Friday. Yeah, I'm a little off there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, folks, rounding out the week, we like to drop a few holidays for the day. Where we talk that we obviously celebrate. For instance, today is Autistic Pride Day. Again,
Ooh yeah.
Today is Go Fishing Day, if that's something you like to do. Not my.
I like turtles.
Ooh yeah.
Here's one for you, Tony. It's International Panic Day.
I panicked. It's god dang hot.
It is International Picnic Day. You can panic while at a picnic.
Yep. Nope. I'll be at work.
It is International Sushi Day. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm good.
It is National Day of Prayer for Law Enforcement. It is National Flip Flop Day, National Splurge Day, Ugliest Dog Day, Work at Home Father's Day.
Ugly Bitch Day.
And finally, National Take Back the Lunch Break Day. So take back your lunch break.
30 minutes of fun. It's hot.
And join us back here on Monday. See y'all then.
Monday, folks. Have a good weekend.